It is Friday, February 24. And here is a quick look before I go in at what's happening in the Griffith Homestead garden. I came out here a couple days ago with the homemade weed killer, and I did not wait for the dew to be dried, so the effect was not as much as it could have been, but you can see the damage on these clover leaves. I'll pick that before it goes to seed. And also over here on this stuff, this is what Mom always called mock strawberries. It looks a lot like strawberry plants, but they're not. So anyway, it affected those pretty nicely. And I'll show you the work I've been doing here. I raked up this area. A couple years ago, I planted some tomatoes here. And I'm trying to remember, was it last year or the year before? Anyway, I put some wheat straw down and it went to seed. There were still seeds in there. And those seeds sprouted. And so we had wheatgrass growing through here. Well, of course, that wheatgrass died at the end of the year, leaving wheat straw. So over here, you can see what's remaining of that. I raked it all up and put it over here. There's a little bit of dead grass in there with it. Now over here, this is dead grass that I raked up, and I can probably use that for mulch also. So I've got a whole bunch of mulch here. It's probably about 2 bales worth, at least, of straw and grass. So this area, you can see there are a few weeds in here because of all that stuff that was here. So I got that taken care of there. And every time I see these guys, I pull them because these have seed pods on them. And once those seed pods are ripe, all I have to do is touch it and the seeds go flying. It's like it's spring-loaded or something. Anyway, every time I see those, I gotta pick them. Yeah, here's from this morning and from yesterday. This thing is filling up pretty fast. So anyway, I got over here, found out that the grapevine that was planted here was dead. So I pulled that out this morning. But if you see these grasses and these tall stalks, most of those tall stalks were all through here, and I got those out of here. There were several young trees that were in here, and I got those out. And so I'm making some progress. I raked this area. Some of this stuff didn't want to break off, but this is crabgrass. And so this is going to be fun to get rid of. I'm trying to figure out exactly what to do, whether I will be able to pull it all by hand, or ideally if I could bring out a torch and just torch it, but that probably would not be a safe thing to do, unless I had someone standing by with a water hose. Anyway, so I've got that whole area cleared back to this trellis for the grapevine. This grapevine here, it does not look very impressive, but it's alive, and I haven't decided yet whether to keep it or not. But this one was dead, and this one I believe is dead. Let's see, that's dead. Yep, that's breaking right off. Yeah, you see this thing fell. It brought it off at the base and went down. I think it was last summer is when it went down. And now we've got pine tree. We've got a couple more pine trees in there. Not going to worry too much about those right now. They're always pretty easy to get out. As you can see, the roots are not very deep. Unlike hardwoods, which send these huge tap roots. Anyway, so that's what's going on there. This is where the potatoes were planted last year. And I see we've got some possible fire ant activity here. Stomp over nearby and see what happens. Yeah, they're coming out. Those are fire ants, all right. That's how you tell if they're fire ants. You disturb their mound in some way or another. If they come streaming out, they're fire ants. The strawberries, of course, are just kind of chilling out right now. I'm surprised they're not blooming. I do need to go through here and weed this area. And then I need to put down the landscape fabric between the rows. Oh, hello there. We have our first strawberry bloom of the year. Let's see how this plant's even looking. Huh? Looking okay. Just got a lot of weeds, like this guy here, like I was talking about earlier. See these seed pods? As they ripen, they become spring-loaded, and any touch sends them flying, so the seeds don't drop near. Oh, I bet this one will show you how it works, because these are, some of these are ripe. Let's see. Whoop, there. If you saw that, that's what I was talking about. Woo, like that. Okay, we got some more strawberries blooming over here. So, we can look forward to having some strawberries, possibly in April, but definitely in May. And I'm just disappointed that this much weedy stuff came up over here, but I've got that sprayer. So the combination is, it's 1 gallon of vinegar, 2 cups of Epsom salt, and a 1/4 cup of Dawn dish detergent. The green, not the green stuff, the blue stuff, the original formula. And you mix that all together and put it in a sprayer. And like I said, that's what killed all that stuff there. And it probably would have done even more work if I had waited till the dew had dried up. So anyway, quick overview here. Cantaloupe. I keep turning around here, sorry. The cantaloupe are all going to go in here, back to here, and if I get this area cleared out, which I certainly intend to, I'll be able to plant them all the way up to here. So this soil is all relatively sandy, which is what the cantaloupe like. The cantaloupe can take all this whole, just about 1/4 of the garden. I'll be digging in here to see if there are any potatoes at all left in the ground. I'm going to put, I don't know which pepper, one of the peppers. I've got poblano and I've got the Jimmy Nardello. And one of them is going to go over here. And let's see here. I haven't completely figured it out yet. Last year, the cucumbers were over here, and I'd like to have more cucumbers. So I'll figure that out. Excuse me. I don't know if it's the pollen or what, but something's got my throat tickling. Tomatoes. I had tomatoes and peppers over in this section here. I think the tomatoes were... Oh, this is terrible. I can't remember. Okay, the Jimmy Nardello peppers were actually over here, which is now strawberries. That's last year. So, peppers and or tomatoes were here. And you're not supposed to plant tomatoes in the same place 2 years in a row, because the soil can hide all kinds of lovely things called nematodes, which they are not friends of the tomato plant. I had peppers over here last year, so I guess I can put some of the tomatoes over here this year. And I can put some, I think here. Anyway, yeah, you can see I'm trying to figure it all out. I could even put some tomatoes over here and over there. I just hate to have the two varieties that close together. So I'll put peppers in one spot, tomatoes in the other, and then I'll have peppers over there and tomatoes maybe right out here in the middle. Like I said, I still haven't figured out exactly what it's going to look like, but it is going to be big. It's going to be huge. All right, I'll stop using that. So, that is what's going on now in the Griffith Homestead garden. Oh, one other real quick thing. I have not gotten back yet to the chicken wire project, but you can see where I started it. And it may not look impressive right now because of this, but this whole area here is going to have to be fixed up. But as long as the chicken wire is going to be blocking critters out from the ground, that is the only thing I'm worried about. As long as rabbits can't get through, we're okay. So, that's about what's happening. Y'all have a great day.